Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Wednesday, October 27th, 2021. We are in the final hour of the trading day. The final hour of the trading day is my favorite time to make the majority of my buying and selling decisions for my swing trades. And I say this because at the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in, they take control of the price away from the day traders and the algorithms. I consider the large financial institutions to be the smartest money on the street because they are dealing with the most money. They have very smart people. They have the best information, best technology, and they move the price at the end of the day. And I believe the closing price is the most valid price of the day. So in my opinion, if it's the most valid price of the day, those are the levels that I'm going to make my buying and selling decisions from. So thank you all for coming today. It's always nice to see everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're having a good day in general and a good trading day. Always appreciate you being here. Always look forward to seeing everyone and all their great contributions. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. So currently the Dow is down 116 points, down 0.33%. The NASDAQ, however, is up. We have Apple earnings after the bell today. NASDAQ is up 94 points, up 0.62%. So the NASDAQ keeps moving on up. The S&P is actually negative now, down 0.22%, just about break even. And now it just went positive, and now it just went negative. So, all right, well, here's the plan for today, everyone. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back, take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I am going to manage them going forward. Did have some day trades today that I will also share with you. After that, we're going to go over to the board, take a look at my students' current positions, talk about when they bought them, why they bought them, and we'll see how they're doing. After that, we're going to talk about trader psychology. Always like to slip a little something about trader psychology in because it is the most important skill that you will ever learn and develop in trading, the ability to create a plan and then follow that plan regardless of your emotions. It's really the number one skill, everyone. And anyone who's been out there trading for a while knows that is true. All right. And then after that, I do have some potential end-of-day candidates today that I am considering. I have 3 requirements before I look to enter any new trade. First, confluence combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Secondly, you have to have a good risk to reward ratio, at least 2-to-1, based upon support below you and resistance above you. And then lastly, I have to have a complete trading plan, regardless of the market I'm trading, regardless of the approach. And for me, that includes the following: position sizing based upon the market's current volatility. 2, knowing what my absolute maximum allowed loss is. 3, knowing where my emergency stop loss is. 4, knowing where my end of the day stop loss is. 5, knowing where my intraday profit targets are. 6, knowing where my overhead resistance levels are. And 7, have a complete trailing stop methodology rules in place so that if you have a nice profitable trade, you don't give it all back. All right, so I will go through those potential end-of-day candidates. I will try to narrow it down to the very best one at the end of the day based upon the criteria that I just mentioned. And if I find something good, I'll buy it right before the market closes. After the market closes, if anyone has any questions for me, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them. If you need any clarification, let me know. I'm happy to clarify. If there are any stock symbols that you would like me to look at today prior to the close, put them in the live stream, put an emoji by it so I know it's time sensitive, and I will do my best to get to it before the close of the market. And then lastly, if any of my students who have positions up on the board, if they would like me to update those, if you could please wait until after the market's closed before you tell me about them. And then that way I'm done teaching, done trading, pressure's off, and then we'll take as much time as we need to get them all updated. All right, so that's the plan. Hang tight. I'm going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer, and I will see you in about 40 seconds. Thanks. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, let's see who is here today. Kamal is here. Good to see you, my friend. Good chatting with you earlier today. Hope you're doing well, buddy, and thank you for everything that you do for this channel. I appreciate it, and I know everyone else does as well. Michael Wilkinson is here. Good to see you, Lova. Mike says, hi, everyone. Steve Burns is here. Steve, as always, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. It's always an honor, always a privilege to have you here. You know I feel that way, and I know everyone else in the chat does as well. So thank you so much. Tracy Hall is here. Good to see you, Trace. Hope you and Paxton are doing well. Frank is here. Hello, Greg and group. Nice to see you, Frank. Appreciate you, bud. Appreciate everything that you do for this channel as well with your wonderful poems. David is here. Hello, David. Good to see you, my friend. Nigma says, hi, group. Good to see you, Nigma. Jonathan D. Hey, what's going on? Evening, Greg and group. I've been away to Portrush for a few days, so out of visa. Okay, I figured, and good trading. I've been watching your trades. They look really great. Miko is here. Good afternoon, Greg and everyone. Nice to see you, Michael. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Always appreciate you being here. So, all right. Well, let's get started, shall we? Pfizer. Gary and I did buy Pfizer back here on the 18th with an under 30, over 30. More importantly, it was a higher low under 30, over 30. And what I mean by that is this went under 30, over 30 from a lower low position. This went under 30, over 30 from a higher low position. We bought this here at 41.32, moved up nicely. A couple days later, rejected the 50 RSI. I took half profits at about 42.81, continued another leg up. Up. It did get to the 65 RSI, and I have a rule. If I ever get to the 65 RSI and then it closes below the 5 EMA, that is my signal to get out. So I will be getting out here today, locking in profits on PFE, down on the day, but entry to exit up 3.66%. So pretty good. Another good trade here today is Hyatt Hotels. Bacon Bandit, Lova, and myself, we did buy Hyatt Hotels with this nice, perfect, picture-perfect return to value into the value zone, sideways motion, moved to the downside, but reversed back up, triggered us into the V1 at 83.08, did hit one profit target yesterday, and today it's up 3.37%, hit three profit targets, one at 84.04, one at 85.04, and another one at 86.04. Did get to my trailing stop level, which is good. So now I go into trailing stop mode, which I always love. So this trade up 3.37% on the day, and on the trade up 3.23%. SPY, of course, I do buy the SPY every day at the close. I hold it overnight. I sell it first thing the next morning. I do this every single day. I bought the SPY yesterday at the close at 455.96. I sold it for a little profit, 456.50 today. So nice little overnight profit on the overnight SPY trade. I will buy this again today at the close, hold it overnight, take the overnight risk, sell it first thing tomorrow morning. Verizon, well, I really liked this setup. Unfortunately, it's down today. Lova, David, Dynamic Duo, Bacon Bandit, Michael Martin, and myself, we did buy this higher low V2. Higher low, we need to start with the close below the -1 ATR channel, which is the green line. We rally into the value zone, got right to the 50 and rejected it, which doesn't surprise me. Sold off for a couple days. New group of buyers came in yesterday with the V2. Here's day 1, 2, 3, 2 washes out, 1, 3 closes above day 1's close. Bought it at 53.14. My end of day stop on this, it's right where it's at actually. It's 52.74 is my end of day stop, or 52.72. So if it closes below 52.74, I will have to go, I will have to get out for a loss. So this particular trade down 0.7% on the day and on the trade. XLU. Whoa. Yeah, Pfizer. I'm not getting out of Pfizer. I am getting out of Pfizer. I am so sorry. Because with the close below the previous day's low, this was an under 30 over 30. So I was right. I am getting out of it. If it closes below yesterday's low, that'll be 2 of 3 criteria. So it has to close below 42.92. I'll get out. The 65 RSI that I was talking about was, and Gary Bacon Bandit Love and I, we did buy XLU with an intraday rejection of the 200-day moving average. Bought this at 65.08, moved up nicely, then had a close below the previous day's low. I sold half a couple days ago. This did get to 65 RSI. If it closes below the 5 EMA, I will get out. The 5 EMA is 66.96. We're at 67.05. So currently it is holding. So Pfizer, looking at getting out of Pfizer if we close below 42.92. Verizon, getting out of Verizon if it closes below 52.74. Looks like the market has... Okay, I seem to be running on not all cylinders today, everyone. Okay. Yeah, out of Verizon if it closes below 52.74, and then out of XLU if it closes below the 5 EMA. All right, all over to day trades. Sorry. Here we go on day trades. This was at the beginning of the day, and I did short Apple when we were below the 200 and we approached the 200-day moving average. Got right up there. If it would have closed above, I would have got out for a small loss. Also, we had the high of the range, the low of the range. This happened about at 50% retracement, so there are confluence signals. I shorted at 149.04. I covered the same bar because it quickly went down, covered half at 148.71, and then moved sideways, didn't do much, and then it got back to my entry point, so I got out on that second half at break even. So I shorted at 149.04, covered at 148.71. So that was a good trade. What is going on with Apple here? My gosh. NCR. This is an interesting trade. When I checked this morning, we were right at the 200-day moving average. There was a lot of downside. There was a lot of profit that people made from buying low here. My assumption was that once we got to the 200-day moving average, I would see some selling, that people locking in, getting up to that resistance levels, and that there would be some supply coming in, which would make it go down. That's exactly what happened. So I shorted it at 41.43. And I covered as we got to the close to the 1 ATR channel at 40.80. So I shorted at 41.31 with anticipation that it would reject the 200, and I covered at 40.80. So that was good. And then last day trade of the day. My goodness, what is happening here? This was a good trade. I was on Skype with Kamal. Couple things going on here. During the day, the Qs were just going up and up and up and up and up and up. There was all these divergences here, bearish divergences, which concern me. It doesn't mean just because you have a divergence that's going to go down. You still need a signal. And my signal here was we made a high. We had a crack down. That first dip usually gets bought, and that's why I do not like to short higher highs. Then we rallied, we stayed inside this big down bar. We had a V1, and I shorted the V1 at 383.01. I covered a portion when it went down strongly at 382.63, covered another portion here at 382.49 when we got to the 1 ATR channel. Then we rejected the 50 RSI where I got out at 382.63, and then we had a higher, we closed above the previous bar's high. So obviously I should have held it clearly, but I still a good short trade. 383.01, covered at 382.72, covered at 382.69, covered at 382.63, and covered at 382.49. Woo. Okay. All right. Let's head over and take a look at everyone else trades right now. Oh, no. Frank did buy Snap a couple days ago. Looks like well, at 54.50, it's actually 52.06. It's down 6% today. I'm glad Frank only bought a quarter position. He was adjusting for volatility because of earnings. So this one down on the day, and unfortunately down on the trade. CRL, nice trade here from Steve Burns. 520 crossover, bought at 420.98. It's 432.29. It's up 0.57% on the day and beautifully up on the trade. ISRG, another trade for Steve and the dynamic duo. Bought this with the 520 crossover at 339.11. It's 349.77, so it's up more than $10. They bought that with the 520 crossover, so beautiful trade on ISRG. Beyond Meat, another great trade by Steve and Tom. Tom bought the under 30, over 30 on Beyond Meat. And what happened? At 95.13, it's 98.15. It's up 4.01% today and about the same on the trade. So congratulations to Steve and Tom. IWM, Lova bought IWM with the 1050 EMA crossover, bought it at 225.27. It's 224.98, so it is down on the day, and it looks like it is now down on the trade. Cisco, Dynamic Duo, and Lova bought Cisco here with a higher low V2 and a 520 crossover at 55.65. It's 56.47. It's up 1.16% today and up on the trade as well. BIIB, Kamal and Michael Martin bought the under 30, over 30 at 269.90. It's 260.33. It is down 4% today, so down on the day, down on the trade, and it did lose the 30 RSI as well. Nike, we were just talking about Jonathan's great trade on Nike, under 30, over 30, rejection of the 200-day moving average, bought at 147. It's 162.57. It is down a little bit today, but it's up huge on the trade. DDM, Steve Burns did buy DDM with the 1030 EMA crossover here at 75.40. It's 76.46. It is down 1% today, but it is nicely up on the trade. So congratulations, Steve. Square down pretty substantially today as well. Dynamic Duo bought it at 251.97. They sold half. Is down on the day, but still technically up on the trade. Zoom finally came down. Tom, Michael Martin bought Zoom with the triple bottom, bullish divergence, under 30, over 30, bought it at 256.74. Had a huge, beautiful run. I know Tom sold half, and looks like we're closing below the previous day's low. So down on the day, but still nicely up on the trade for everyone. XLRE, Lova, bought XLRE all the way back here at 44.86. It is 47.81, down on the day, but beautifully up on the trade. AGQ, beautiful trade here by Ava, under 30, over 30. She nabbed the absolute bottom at 30.26. It's down 0.84% today, but she's up roughly 20% on the trade. So way to go, Ava. Frank bought Tel at 337. It's 369. It's down 3.15% today, but it is up on the trade. EQIX, Lova, and Ava did buy it at all the way back here at 750.30. It's 826.76. Had a huge, beautiful run, move up. But this kind of a big reversal bar here, not a really great looking bar. Down on the day, but nicely up on the trade. DocuSign, Steve Byrne bought DocuSign with the 1030 EMA crossover at 277.50. It is currently 278.32, so it is down on the day, but still up on the trade. And then Visa, okay, so I know Jonathan got out, thankfully. Had earnings. I had this trade as well, but I got out before earnings. Thank goodness, because this is down 6.55% today. Don't know if Bacon Bandit still has the trade. Hopefully not. But that's what can happen on earnings, everyone, right? That's definitely what can happen. me take care of a little business today over here like so. Okay. Steve says Twitter went cliff diving. Oh, I know. I saw it. I saw Steve. That's brutal. That is on my watch list today for an under 30, over 30, but it doesn't look like it's gotten under. Steve says hood bounced near the 30 RSI today. I have never looked at this chart in my life. It did. Under 30, over 30. Is there anything on the weekly that I like? Nothing really there for me. I mean, it looks like it's made a new low, actually. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay away from hood. Bacon Bandit is out of V. Oh, thank goodness. Thankfully. Yep. That's why I do not mess around with earnings, everyone. That's a good way to get popped. Bacon ran out of shares. Good. Well, that's why I like to phase out. Boeing from Kamal. Boeing is interesting today. It went under 30, over 30. It bounced to the negative third ATR channel. It also rejected the previous day's low. It's a pretty good risk to reward ratio on a big company like Boeing. It is one of my potentials today. Frank has a poem. Fantastic. Let me copy this. Paste it over there. All right. There's no right way to do the wrong thing. Rules don't work if they dangle on a string, and a bird can't fly with only one wing. Discipline isn't just important, it's everything. Oh, that could be the best poem ever. There's no right way to do the wrong thing. Rules don't work if they dangle on a string, and a bird can't fly with only one wing. Discipline isn't just important, it's everything. Well, that about sums it up. I don't think I even have to do the show from here on out, because that sums up everything. There is no right way to do the wrong thing. Just don't do the wrong thing, right? Rules don't work if they dangle on a string, and a bird can't fly with only one wing. You need rules, everybody. You need rules in life, and you need rules in trading. Discipline isn't just important, it's everything. And that's true for life, and that's true especially in trading. What a great poem. Holy Hannah. That's amazing, Frank. 5 stars, buddy. Frank says, me and my stop were out at cost on Snap. Okay. Did I not cover Snap? Oh, I did, but okay, at cost. Love that. What do we call that? A wash trade? Or a washing machine trade? I can't remember. Okay. All right, so again, Pfizer does look like it's closing below the previous day's low. I had an intraday rejection of the 50 RSI. That's one rule. I have another rule. If I move 1.5 ATRs and I have closed below the previous day's low, I get out of the second half, completely out of the trade. Yesterday's low was 42.92. We're at 42.92, so I will have to watch that one closely, but very likely I will lock in profits today on Pfizer. Hyatt Hotels doing great. Don't have to do anything with that. Did reach my 1.5 ATR trailing stop. It's up 3.3% today. SPY had the nice little overnight SPY trade. Buying that again, of course, today at the close. Verizon currently is below my end of day stop, in which case I will have to go out. I will have to get out, take my loss on Verizon, but I'll wait till the end of the day to see if it closes below 52.74. And then XLU did reach 1.5 ATR trailing stop level. If it, 65 RSI. If it closes below the 5 EMA, I will get out today at 66.92. We're at 66.93. So there's a couple I kind of have to keep a close eye on, and that is Hilton Hotel, Pfizer, and XLU. Okay. Stopwatch. That's right. I like that. I like that. My favorite line of all times is when we were talking about buying Disney, and I said, "Yeah, I don't know if I don't think I'm going to buy Disney with the V2 here." And Frank, of course, because he's clever, said, "I wouldn't buy Disney with the V8." Funniest line. I was telling someone about that the other day, Frank. Okay. All right. So Pfizer, if it closes under 42.92, I am out. H, no, it's Verizon. Verizon, if it closes below 52.74, I'm out of there. And then XLU, if it closes below the 5 EMA. Just Think is here. Oil to $100. You think so? Could be. Let's take a look at oil here, USO. Down today, coming back into the value zone. That's someplace that I would be interested in possibly snapping that up. Okay. Okay, everybody. So listen, I do have some end-of-day candidates today, but before we go through the end-of-day candidates, I want to switch gears. I want to talk a little bit about trader psychology. Most important skill, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show. It's the most important skill in trading. That's it. You have to learn how to trade. You have to understand support, resistance, profit target, stop losses, position sizing, all that jazz, right? And it's not that hard, right? It takes a while, like anything. But what's hard is easy to create a trading plan, but to follow it, whole other issue. That's where the challenge comes in. That's your challenge in trading, is following your plan. So I'd like to talk about trader psychology every day. I like to talk about the importance of regulating your emotions, not letting your emotions get elevated, sticking with your plan. And I have my favorite Facebook and Twitter channels out there that I like to pull from. And this is from one of my favorites, Akil L. Stokes. This is on New Traders, Rich Traders, but you can also follow Akil over at, oh boy, let me find this for Akil, and I'll type it in. I'll paste it on in there for you. Okay, here we go. That's his Twitter handle, at Akil Stokes RTM. And I pasted it in there. And he's a great coach. He's a great trading coach, great trader. Like to follow his post. And I thought this was a real good one. Made sense to me, and I wanted to share it with you as well. Easiest thing to do is to make money. Making money in the stock market is not hard. It's really not that hard. But what is hard are the following. One, to keep it. It's easy to make money in trading, but what the hardest thing to do is to keep it. Number two, to believe you're worth more. That's a big one. I was talking with Shelly Joe, my hypnosis friend, today about the psychology of the subconscious with trading, and how so many people can't get above a certain amount ever. And she says subconsciously they don't believe they are worth it. So you have to believe you're worth it. Another hard thing to do is to be willing to develop new habits, right? We can all learn new things. Habits are extremely important in trading. Having your process, make following your process a habit. Once you have a habit, it's hard to get rid of, good or bad, but make yourself good habits. Another hard thing to do is to drop bad habits. Well, refer back here to this one. It's the same thing. Again, it's hard to break good habits. It's hard to break bad habits. So break those bad habits, develop good new habits. To be patiently aggressive. What does that mean? It means being aggressive when you need to, and only when you need to, but being patient the rest of the time and not impulsive. Hardest thing to do, keep learning. You know, I always keep learning in trading. I've been trading for 25 years, but I'm always learning and working and developing on new things. I suggest the same for you. To stay humble. How about that one? Right? Everybody's making money. Everyone's feeling good. Frank mentioned yesterday that the most money lost comes after the most money gained. So when we get up into these levels here, it's important to stay humble. Once you start getting cocky, I do not care who you are with trading. If you get cocky, somehow you're going to pay for it. So stay humble in trading and life. And another thing to do is to think big. Think big. Why not? What's it going to hurt? It actually could come true. So easiest thing to do is to make money. Hardest thing to do is to keep it, to believe you're worth it, to be willing to develop new habits, to drop bad habits, to be patiently aggressive, to keep learning, to stay humble, and to think big. The rest is easy. So check out Akil Stokes. He's at Akil Stokes RTM over on Twitter. It's a great channel. Good guy. Here he is with his family, and great coach, all of that stuff, and I highly recommend him. So thanks for that, Akil. It was helpful for me. Hope it was helpful for everyone else in the group. Before we look at new stuff, let me check this again. Pfizer is now above yesterday's low, which if so, means it's a keeper. Verizon currently below my end of day stop at 52.74. If it closes below 52.74, I am out of there. XLU, if it closes below the 5 EMA after reaching the 65 RSI, I'm out of there. 5 EMA is 66.92. We are right there holding the position. Hyatt, doing well. 3 profit targets, fine. Looks like I'm going to get a little discount on the SPY after hours. I'm sorry, at the close with the overnight SPY trade. Apple is negative on the day now. And the Q's still up, but well off of its high by about 50%. VIX having a big day up today. I mean, not big, but it was down big. I have this bug on my screen. I feel like you can see him. What are you doing there, guy? I'm putting my mouse around him. All right. Back to business. Frank says, on the other hand, Larry Williams' chart track shows we may be reaching a peak in oil. A peak in oil production, Frank, is that what you're saying, or a peak in the price? Just think, frankly, highly doubt it. Natural gas booming, so will petroleum. We shall see, right? All we can do, I mean, the way I trade, I have to trade from the price action. It's okay to have opinions. We all have opinions, and that's great. It means you're out there thinking. It's perfect. But ultimately, the way I trade is I follow price action. And, I'm going to show that at the end of the month. But I've been long natural gas on the monthly all the way back here from 1052 on the month. It's 2046. So, my price action told me to buy that higher low V1, but from entry to current price, it's up 48.83% on this trade. So, go natural gas. All right, so Bitcoin down today, $3,960. Look, I don't buy up here. Everyone knows that. I wait for a return to value. I want to buy in value. The values between this green line and that green line. I want to buy in value, sell above value. When I get above value, I want to start selling. Now we are coming back into value. So now it's interesting to me, right? I need this to go sideways for a couple days, then have a V1 or V2, and then I would get long Bitcoin. Monster Energy. This is an interesting chart. We have a double bottom with the bullish divergence. We made a low here on deep red MACD bars. We rallied into green on the MACD. We came back down. We tested the previous day's low. There is no red to be found. That's called the double bottom with the bullish divergence. We also have a trigger under 30, over 30. That's the trigger. So this is a valid signal here. We're at 32.64. End of day stop will be a close below the 30 RSI. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly has a V1 on the week. See, here is bar 1, 2 washes out 1, closes bar above bar 1's close. So we have a confluence of signals both on the weekly and the daily. I do kind of like Monster Energy. Boeing. I mentioned this before. when Kamal mentioned this, but we do have a test of the previous bottom. We do have an under 30, over 30. Earnings are out of the way. That was this morning. So this one is also valid. Let's look over at the weekly. Weekly, I don't see anything I really like on the weekly other than the double test of the previous low, but that also showed up on the daily. I think I like Monster Energy better because of the double bottom bullish divergence, under 30, over 30. MACD has crossed over. So Monster Energy right now looks pretty dang good to me. And now I can't find my pen. All right. FLYW, reason I marked this, because we could have a beautiful V2 here tomorrow. We were above the value zone, don't want to buy up there, in the value zone, sideways, 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 sideways motion. Today, here is day 2. Yesterday was day 1. We went below day 1. We also went below the previous low. Tomorrow, if we could get a V2 here comes my bug again, we would have a beautiful false return to value, false breakout to the downside with the V2, but this one has not triggered yet. But I'm going to leave that up there for tomorrow because that looks good. ALGN was looking for this with a close over the 200-day moving average. Currently, it rejected it, so I'm not interested in that. SYY was over the 200 at one point. Interested in that. I'm not anymore. ASND, bullish engulfing bar, rejection of the negative third ATR channel, rejection of the 200-day moving average, rejection of the 100-day moving average. Do I like it? I don't. It's too stretched for me. And we're right at about halfway of this down bar. This could work. I mean, it gives you your structure for the trade with the close under the 200-day moving average, but it's chasey for me. I'd rather it come back, retest the 200-day, retest the 50% mark, and give me a better risk-reward ratio. And if we look at the weekly, it has a V1 on the weekly in the value zone. It did test the 50% retracement of this big up bar here on the weekly, but still, for me, a little chasey. Facebook. Well. If this were to come down and test the 250 tomorrow, I would today I would buy it, but it's not there. It's stuck between the 200 and the 100. I either need this to go up or go down. I prefer it to go down because if we get up to the 200-day moving average, we're going to be right at about halfway of that big down bar. So I don't like that. IBB. I was looking for a higher low test of the 250-day moving average. Has not happened yet. LMT, under 30, over 30, but I'm just not going to get involved with this. This is just too big of a skyscraper down bar. Yeah, there can be a bounce, but most likely any bounce is going to be sold into. SPCE is, of course, Virgin Galactic. This thing has just gone down and down and down. Under 30. At one point, it was back over 30, but now it's under 30, so not interested in that, but I will put that over in my possibility column. Twitter, like Steve Burns said, has taken a nosedive. I do not think we have rejected the 30 RSI. Let's see. No, 3171. I mean, it's in that area. I don't like that it's rejected the negative third ATR channel, so I'm going to leave that one alone. And then 5. 5, we closed above the 200, we moved up, we tested it, we bounced, we tested it, we bounced. So that is also a potential as well. So really, the ones that I'm looking at here today are Monster, Boeing, and 5. So let me put those up here. Monster, Boeing, and 5. All right, how are we doing on Pfizer? Pfizer's holding above, so that's a hold at the moment. Verizon definitely down below my end of day stop. I'll be selling that unless it closes above 52.74. XLU currently 66, not currently above the 5 EMA. So both of those are definitely going to be photo finishes. Monster, again, I like the double bottom with the bullish divergence. I like MACD as crossed. I like we went under 30, over 30. We retested again today. False breakout to the downside, bullish engulfing bar. Double bottom, bullish divergence, good risk to reward ratio, makes sense. If we look at the weekly, weekly has a V1 as well. That's probably my favorite at the moment. And 5 is okay, but I'm not sure it's even going to hold the 200. Let's look at the week on 5. It's okay. I don't like these big down bars. I feel like when we get up there. So I'm just going to take 5 off the table. And I'm going to concentrate on either Boeing or MSTR. So Apple's earnings after the bell, that will be a big thing. Apple's down on the day, should be interesting. Okay. David says SWKS has a 520 crossover. Not sure how it backtests. Let me see if I can backtest it. SWKS. I can't backtest it. I don't know if anyone else there could jump on in there, Kamal or Steve, to see if SWKS, how that backtests with the 520 crossover. If you could, that'd be great. Bacon Bandit says, price action in natural gas and oil in large part from companies not putting much capital into the ground the last few years. Volatility in both prices and supply is going to get worse. Volatility in both prices and supply is going to get worse. And Bacon Bandit knows what he's talking about. He's an oil and gas executive. So look, this is good information. Price action in natural gas and oil in large part from price companies not putting much capital into the ground the last few years. Volatility in both prices and supply is going to get worse. Thank you for that insight, Bacon Bandit. That's great. Thank you very, very much. Good to know. Steve says, sports break. Oh, perfect. Tom Brady officially ranks as the oldest active player in the NFL at 44 years old. Brady is the only current NFL player in his 40s. He is currently the third oldest quarterback to ever play. And probably one of the best, right? We can debate that, but there's no doubt about it. Tom Brady is an unbelievable quarterback. I think last week he broke some kind of record, 600 touchdowns or something, touchdown throws. That's amazing. Thank you for that, Steve. Tracy says ALGN has earnings today as well. Oh, thank you. Frank says Brady has an amazing work ethic. He is the epitome of discipline. He'd be a great trader too, right? I'm sure he'd be a fantastic player. Although he's probably a little competitive, obviously, and we'd have to beat that out of him, right? Frank says might want to check out the bond market, Greg. Yeah, I was looking at bonds yesterday with the higher low close over the 200. Look at this, everybody. I didn't buy it because it was chasey, and well, joke's on me, but it did look a little chasey. But looking back at it now, not chasey at all. That's a huge move in bonds, huge move. But again, we had the close under, we had the higher low close under 200, and I'll just repeat this. If we have a lower low, this comes from a lower low. If we have a lower low that closes above the 200, in my experience, it might hang out for a while, but then it will fail, which it did. Now, here we had a close under, close back over the 200, but the preceding low was higher than the first low. So a higher low close back above the 200, higher low close back, higher low V1, V2. That's the structure, that third wave that can trend. That things that come from a lower low tend to bounce, fail. Higher lows tend to trend, and that's why that's really my favorite kind of trade. Steve says, I thought Apple's earnings were tomorrow. Are they? I have them here today, Steve. At least on my chart, I have them here today. Tracy said, what did you think about PayPal? PayPal did not reject the 30 RSI as of yet. It's 31.68. The low on the day, Tracy, was 31.33. So I want a clear under 30, over 30 before I get involved. VJ, good to see you. Nice to have you here, bud. Monster has a death cross. What's that? Yes, it does. But I'll tell you one thing I've noticed. When the death crosses happen, that's the 50 going under the 200. It's very rare. It means long term, more likely to go down than up. I think that's a fair statement. But what I have noticed, when the death cross happens, you usually have an initial rally. Just some thoughts. Evan says, GPN thoughts. And good to see you, Evan. Well, so this isn't under 30, over 30. There's no double bottom bullish divergence. We've lost the third ATR channel. At least we're right there. On the weekly, that kind of makes sense in a way. It kind of makes sense, Evan. We're at support on the weekly of the negative third ATR channel and the 250. On the daily, we have an under 30, over 30. I don't like getting involved with these big skyscrapers down. Yes, there can be bounces. You can play for a bounce, but this is just down too much for me. It's just too much for me. But very good analysis, multiple time frames. Under 30, over 30 on the daily, and on the weekly, rejection of the third ATR channel and the 250. So this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about with confluence of signals. That's excellent, excellent analysis. Thank you for that, Evan. Steve says, SWKS 1 to 4 risk to reward with a 35% win rate. So it makes 4 times and it loses, but it wins 33% of the time. Steve says, I get older and Tom Brady gets younger. That's true. David says, thanks, Steve. Steve says, this is a sloppy bull market that feels sloppy. Does feel sloppy. E-Whispers and Trend Spider show Apple earnings tomorrow. Well, my charts are wrong, man. Sorry. You can see right here it shows. Always good to double check. Bacon Bandit says, TradingView says Apple earnings October 28th. There you go. So that's all jiving. Tracy says, thanks for reviewing it again, Greg. Steve, my charts show earnings tomorrow as well. All right. Well, Greg has the wrong charts. VIX up 40 cents. Wow. After today's start, that's pretty amazing. And what happened with my all right, let's get over here to Pfizer. Pfizer is holding 42.92, but barely. I'm gonna have to watch that one. Verizon under my end of day stop. Looks like I'm gonna have to take a loss there. XLU 5 EMA is 66.91. We're right there. So I have to watch all 3 of these. So I have to watch Pfizer there. I am going to buy Monster today, by the way. MNST, double bottom, bullish divergence, false breakout to the downside. Under 30, over 30, MACD is positive. And that's what I'm buying today. I'm going to buy Monster. So tomorrow will be the big day with Amazon then, huh? Big day. Having some issues with my trading platform, so I'm gonna have to reboot this. I don't want this to freeze up at the last second right before I'm trying to place a trade. Sometimes when there's heavy volume that happens. All right, we have about 8 minutes to go. Okay, so I am buying Monster today, as long as it holds the 30. Again, watching Pfizer. Right now it's a keeper. It's holding above yesterday's low, but who knows what can happen here. Verizon, gonna get out of Verizon if it closes below 52.74. So I have a lot of work to do here. And the XLU 66.91 is the 5 EMA. We are at 66.91, so this one is holding out for a dramatic finish for me. Grab a little drink here. Okay, SPY making a low on the day. VIX making a high on the day, go figure. All right, we have 5 minutes to go. All right, I better get to work. Pfizer holding. Verizon looks like it's under at the moment, so I am gonna have to go ahead lock in a loss on Verizon. And then over here as well. Okay. so Verizon is taken care of with the loss. XLU, it's under. I'm going to go ahead and sell XLU. I'm okay with that trade anyway. Looks like it's going to close below the previous day's low as well. And that was a good trade. All right, that's all taken care of. And I'm going to buy MNST. Okay, I'm done. I am done. Other than Pfizer. Pfizer under, it's still holding. So I did get rid of Verizon. Took the loss on Verizon. Did lock in profits on XLU. H is fine. Better than fine. And I did buy MNST, and I will buy the SPY at the close. So I'm done. All right, everybody. Steve said he exited DDM for a 1.76% gain. He also exited DocuSign for a 0.21% gain. So Steve did exit DDM, and Steve did exit DocuSign, DOCU. DOCU, yeah, DOCU. One minute to go, everyone. 1 minute. Thirty seconds. I made the right decisions there on XLU and Verizon. Whew. Pretty crazy stuff. Okay, well that's that. Let's see where I bought everything today. Today I bought overnight SPY trade at 453.94. I bought MNST at 84.91. So overnight SPY trade here, bought at 453.94. And MNST, bought that today at 84.91. So my end of day stop on that one will be a close below the 30 RSI. And again, I did not buy Boeing. got rid of Verizon, and I got rid of XLU. So yeah, my positions are starting to contract here. Pfizer, Hyatt, overnight SPY trade, and MNST. Okay, so listen, if anyone has any trades today, any one of my students have any new trades that they would like me to update on the board today, this would be the time to let me know about them. Go ahead and put them in the live stream. I will get to them momentarily. We'll get them all taken care of. I'm all squared up. Before we do, I just want to remind everybody that I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I teach a private course, just one-on-one. I teach you all 5 of the different trading approaches that I use. I've been trading for 25 years. I've been using these successfully in that time. I teach you step by step exactly how to trade them. You're not going to know, regardless of what happens, what you're supposed to do. They're great strategies. They're great approaches. I think the best way to learn anything is one-on-one with your student, with your instructor or your mentor, and that's why I provide these. It does cost $1,750, but I promise you it's worth every penny. I put a lot of work into these lessons. It's very important to me that my students succeed. I'm super patient. I love to teach, and I really love when I see my students learn something and apply it and do well with it. So if you're interested, you can send me an email. The email is in the link of this YouTube video. In the email, just say, Greg, potentially interested in taking your course. I'll reply, say, great. Thanks for saying hi. Let's schedule a Skype call. Skype call is free. I just want to get to know you better, learn more about you and your trading, what you're trying to get out of the course, what your trading challenges are, what your trading goals are, and then it's a really good time for you to ask me any specific questions about the course. And then when we're done with the call, think about it as long as you want. And then one day, if you wake up and you're like, today's the day, I want to become a better trader, email me back. We'll get the course scheduled and away we'll go, and you will become a better trader. I promise you that. Secondly, I have a new online course available on udemy.com. It's a great course. It's super affordable. There's lots of content, 9.5 hours of videos, 15 study guides, 26 videos total. And the best part, over on udemy.com, it only costs $12 or $15. If you want to start out somewhere with trading, if you're not sure where to start, if you're not able, financially to do the one-on-one with me, it's the best place for the best price, and the link's in the description of this video. It's a great course. Take it. I promise you it will make you a better trader. And then lastly, if you like today's podcast, if you could hit the thumbs up button, I would really appreciate it. It helps to build the channel, keep the channel around, lets YouTube know that there's some valuable content here. And so if you could hit the thumbs up button before you click out of here and get on with your day, I would really appreciate it. Okay, that's my business. Let's get back to your business. Steve, out of DDM. All right, nice profitable trade there, Steve. Also out of DocuSign. Also another profitable trade. Congratulations, Steve. Tracy Hall is out of Square. Okay, very good. Good trade, Tracy. Out of Verizon, like I was. Lava, David. Oh, Dynamic Duo. Here we go. And in BA. Okay. All right. Okay. Out of Zoom for Tom. All right, we've got Mike in there as well. And we're taking Tom out. David is in Boeing. And out of Verizon. Okay. Frank is out of Snap. Okay, I think I already took that one off. Kamal is out of BIIB. Did not buy BA. Oh, Jonathan's out of Nike. That was a fantastic trade, Jonathan. What a beauty that was. What, I mean, just picture perfect confluence of signals. It just moved up. That's excellent. And Monster yesterday intraday. Oh. Okay. I will put that over here so I know that that was prior. Okay. Michael's in Monster. That's Leva. Out of half XLU. Okay. So that take you to a quarter. And I am out of, I did get out of XLU today. I did get your message, Leva. I eyeballed that at 65, but I'm okay with that. But thank you, bud. Out of IWM. Ah, that one's a bummer. That's a bummer. I guess that's everyone out of IWM. Out of out of XLRE as well, huh? That was a beauty trade. And out of Verizon, Leva. Okay. So I still have Bacon Bandit, Michael Martin, and Verizon. I have Gary, Bacon Bandit, Leva still in XLU. BA, Dynamic Duo, and David. CRL, still have Steve there. ISRG, Dynamic Duo, and Steve there. Beyond Meat, Steve and Tom there. Tel, still have Frank there. Cisco, Dynamic Duo, and Leva in Cisco. BIIB, I still have Michael Martin. AGQ, still have Ava. TNA, still have Ava. I know she's traveling today, so it's possible that she got out. She'll probably let me know, but I would imagine she probably get out there, but that's me just guessing. Leva and Ava in Equinox or Equinix. Zoom, still have Michael Martin, and then XLRE, no. Leva's out of XLRE. And I've got Pfizer, Hyatt Hotels, Overnight Spy Trade, and Monster. So that's what mine's looking like. All right. So listen, if you have any other questions or comments, or you want to contribute something, tell me a story, whatever you want to do, go ahead, put it in the live stream chat while you get that ready, or if you get that ready. I want to read this. It's something that I really enjoy. It's something I try to incorporate in my daily life. But if we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. This is by Martin Kornfeld. I say it every day. It makes sense. Just go out and do something nice for someone today. It doesn't have to cost money. Just give them a smile, a wave, be pleasant, help them with the door, whatever. Give them a bite of your donut. I don't know. right? But just something nice. It will make their day, should make your day as well for helping someone. And also, if you can, go out and try to do something nice for an animal as well. It will make their day. I was raised with a lot of animals. I know they appreciate acts of kindness just like humans do. So it's a win-win all the way around. And consider doing this each day and keep it in your mind if you have the opportunity to do something nice for someone. Okay, everybody. Well, interesting. What was the final damage? Dow down 266 points. Wow. The NASDAQ ended up positive 0.12. It gave back 100 points. My goodness. And the S&P down $23. So big reversal today. Big reversal. Who knows what that means? We'll just have to deal with what we have. After hours, what's going on? Facebook up a little bit. Hyatt Hotels unchanged. MNST unchanged. Pfizer down a little bit. Q's up a little bit. SPY up a little bit, 18 cents. And VIX down 3 cents. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for coming today. I appreciate it. It's always nice to see everyone. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Be good, be kind, drive safe, and enjoy the rest of your day. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow, which will be Thursday during the last hour of the market. Take care, everyone, and thanks again for coming. Bye-bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.